Hi, Rick Wells here. This refugee stuff, which stuff is the right word for it, since it's being stuffed down our throats. Everything seems to be being done that way here lately, from Obamacare to Omnibus to Amnesty and all this other everything else that the TPP, everything else that the elites want us to have that we know isn't good for us, that we object to, they force upon us, they stuff it down us. So that's the appropriate, that's the way things are done now in this hijacked system of government that we have. So my question is, at what point, I remember last year all the outrage, the borders were being overrun with children, supposedly all children, and people being just up in arms, stopping buses full of with blacked out windows or mirrored out windows, these people being filtered out through the United States, and we had nothing to say with it, and people were up in arms about it. We were pissed off. We were revolting about it, and now they've gone around us. They've figured out ways to get around us by flying them in, through whatever means, because we don't really even know what's going on now, who's coming in or whatever. But they've gotten us out of the streets. So that was prep. That was to get us desensitized to what their next step was, which is doing the same thing, only doing it for terrorists. At what point in time did our sovereignty become a non-issue? At what point in time did the people of the United States decide, well, we're going to give up on being a nation, we're just going to roll over, and whoever wants to come in here, just come the hell on in, because we got nothing to say about it. We've surrendered. We have surrendered to invading armies. And let's not call this anything other than what it is. It is an invasion of the United States. It is being orchestrated by the piece of crap that's in the White House and Jihad J. Johnson, and all their little communist comrades. I'm wondering if did Johnson get a memo from the Kremlin telling him that it was okay to allow the invasion, or did he and Obama do that on their own? Or at what point in time, when did Congress decide that they're not going to represent us, and that they've also agreed that we're not a sovereign nation anymore, and the people that they represent are anybody who wanders across, stumbles across, gets a mouthful and a snort full of tequila and wanders across, or comes across from Syria under invitation from the State Department? At what point in time and when did this take place? I didn't hear about it. You didn't hear about it. None of us heard about it. But it happened. It happened. Back in, I don't even remember the year, but it was not that long ago. It was under Bush, so I guess it was a long time ago. We had that's when Michael Chertoff was doing the initial stages of destroying Homeland Security, or at least destroying our border, when he was ordered by Congress to build a border fence and didn't do it, when he was provided with the funding to build a border fence and didn't do it in 2006. There was two border patrol agents, and it was outrageous at the time. You probably know about it, Ramos and Compion, and they shot a smuggler in the butt. One of them shot the smuggler in the butt as he was running away back across the Mexican border, and Bush's boy Johnny Sutton, the U.S. attorney, made a deal with the smuggler, come in and testify, threw our two border agents in jail and federal prison for doing their dang job. That was the warning. That didn't make any sense at the time. Looking back at it, it makes perfect sense. It's the same dang orchestrated attack on the United States, attack on our border, attack on our sovereignty was begun then. That was the open. I mean, we're like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Well, of course it doesn't make any sense, because you're attacking your own people. It only makes sense if you got a foreign-controlled criminal in power, which Bush was and which Obama is. And the Bush HW before him, and going all the way back to the Nazis in WW2, they're all a bunch of anti-American criminals, and they're in power. That's what's going on. That's who these people are that are destroying us. So now it's just following the logical progression. Logical from their standpoint, totally illogical from ours. So at what point does it stop? It doesn't. It doesn't stop unless we stop it. Unless we stop it. Liberalism, communism, Marxism is taking over. And the generation today is too darn distracted, stupid, ignorant, cute, whatever they think they are, to pay attention to what's going on, to believe that what is happening is actually happening. They're distracted with a weekend full of football. Hey, we'll get you all day on Saturday with college games, all day Sunday, Monday night, Wednesday night, whatever night. Not Wednesday night, but every chance to distract you, and we'll get into the pop culture crap, and we'll get into all this other stuff that is totally meaningless to distract you from what's going on. And it's working. This pinheads, I gotta get to the article here. This pinhead Joe Biden was just in Houston, and he's down there telling this hag bag lesbian friggin' idiotic share everybody in the shared bathroom skank wench mayor Anise Parker. He's down there having a little chit chat with that skank, saying we believe we should be playing a part in accommodating these mostly women and children who are fleeing chaos. We're not taking much of a chance at all accommodating, as Germany and other places are doing now. Germany is going to hell in a handbasket. Germany is turning into one big cesspool of social unrest. Germany's Angela Merkel should be brought up on. She should be arrested now. Arrested is not what she should be done. Arrested is me keeping it clean. Well, arrested is okay. As for ISIS threat to the United States, this is that pinhead, idiotic, moron Biden talking. In the wake of deadly attacks in Paris on November 13th, the Vice President said we must respond with strength, not fear. Yeah, right. Strength. By doing nothing. ISIS, by rolling over. By letting them come on in. ISIS is not an existential threat to the United States of America, he says. Well, it is if you're the one that gets a friggin' bullet in the head. If you're next to the guy when he sets off his bomb belt, it's an existential threat to you. No matter what ISIS does, they can't bring down an American government. No, they can't. Maybe they can't. But they can sure as hell destroy our quality of life. They can sure as hell destroy our economy. They may not, any more than to the degree that they already have, occupy the White House, but they don't have to. If you're dead, you're dead. If you're living in fear, if you're having to not go to the store because you're afraid that ISIS is out on the highway, guess what? That's a degradation in your quality of life that you should not have allowed to happen. And that's what he's allowing to happen. Well, it's okay. It's okay. No matter what ISIS does, it can't bring down an American government. So Biden's okay. And if we get killed, so what? They can't fundamentally alter our structure. No, maybe not. Maybe yes. They can do what they will. They can try to instill terror by terrorist acts to get us to do to us the very thing that they hope we'll do, and that is close down our system. Well, you moron, don't let them in, you pinhead, you friggin' idiot. God, these people. And it's not that he's that stupid. He's that criminal. He's Obama. He's a white Obama. So look at these guys. He says, Biden said, we believe we should be playing a part in accommodating these mostly women and children who are fleeing chaos. Okay. Well, let's take a little look here at these mostly women and children who are fleeing chaos. There they are. Those don't look like mostly women and children. Let me get that zoomed up a little bit and see if we can see if they're mostly women and children. It doesn't want to go any bigger. All right. Let me read that again. Biden said these were mostly women and children. All right. Find me one woman. This is a picture of these Syrian refugees fleeing across Hungary, whenever. There's pictures. You've seen them all. They're everywhere. That woman right there is smoking a cigarette. They all got that. All these women have that manly haircut, and in fact, I think they're all men. I don't see a single woman or a single child in that whole bunch. And that's just one picture. They're, like I said, you've seen them all. They're everywhere. So Biden is a lying piece of crap. No news. That's not a news bulletin. Who is peddling the same story as what they all are, because they want this invasion to take place. Why do they want the invasion to take place? That's a good question. That's a good question. Because it is an invasion. It's an invasion that started with the Mexicans. And invasions are an act of war. Just because Mexicans make great food, just because we've all got Mexican friends, doesn't mean their country's not at war with our country. It is. They're invading us. And we're being lulled to sleep, say, oh, they're nice people. Okay, the ones that we know are nice people. That doesn't change anything. It's an act of war to invade another country. That's what they're doing. They got away with it. Central America started it with the help of the Obama regime to bring the people up here. Those people don't have money to pay coyotes to smuggle their way up here. Our government paid for them to come up here. Or not our government. The criminals that hijacked our government paid for them to come up here. They paid the coyotes. Prove to me otherwise. Somebody that's got a $5,000 a year income can't pay $5,000 to a coyote to smuggle their kid. So then they take the message from them. They take the signal. Mexico does the lead. Central America is next. We've been desensitized to what's going on. We don't even. I mean, our Congress should have acted long ago, last year, to redefine what a refugee is, so that this crap doesn't happen, so that we can't be a victim to our own laws and forced to allow this to happen, to continue to happen on a technicality. They didn't act. They don't care. They're in on it. They don't represent us. They do not represent us. Congress does not represent the people of the United States. Nobody does. So now they've got us desensitized to that. So what's the next step? Okay, well, let's bring in the real objective. Okay, well, we got the economic damage that'll be done through all the Mexicans. Our wages will be and have been artificially reduced. Our opportunities aren't there. Our social obligations are through the roof, and they're just going up. And then these guys coming in, $55 billion a year, according to Senator Jeff Sessions, of expenses when you factor in all the welfare and everything. $55 billion per year, and we can't even afford. We're taking the money away from Social Security to pay for it. Nope, Social Security people didn't get a cost of living adjustment this year. Why? Because we got to give it to all the friggin' riffraff trash of the world that we're bringing in. That's why. Which takes me to another point here. I've been hearing this crap. You've heard it. Slamming the door. They call it slamming the door. I don't know which one of these pinheads call it slamming the door. One of them. More than one of them. We're not. Oh, I think it was that big-eared Hussein Obama. That's him. Yeah. Okay, so Hussein Obama said that we're slamming the door on these people. We're not slamming the door on anybody. Doors are supposed to be shut. That's the default position of a door, is shut. If you got it open, somebody left it open, and maybe your kid came in and they left the door open. You tell them go back and shut the door. It's supposed to be shut. So we're not slamming it on anybody. We open it to allow people to come in when we so desire, when we choose. when it's a decision we make. We don't leave it open and let every little friggin' third world trash that wants to, that can wander across drunk, sober, drugged up, out to kill us, whatever, that can wander across. All right, you've got a right because you occupy space. No, you don't. We're a sovereign nation. You got no right. Get the hell out of here. That's what they need to be told. Get out, the ones that are here, and you other ones that aren't here, you don't belong here. If we decide to let you in when we feel like you're safe, if, not because we're on an artificial timetable, not because our non-representative dictator in the White House decided that we're gonna, or our gutless non-representative Congress didn't stand up to it. It's our decision to make, and we don't have to be forced. We don't on an artificial timetable to do it. When and if we decide to do it, we'll do it. And if we don't decide to do it, then tough crap. Stay in Syria. We've offered to build camps over there. That's a much smarter, less expensive way to do it, and it's better for them too. You can accommodate a whole lot more people, and it doesn't destroy us in the process. So that's a win-win, except for Obama and Jay Johnson and those people that want to destroy America, and then it's an unacceptable compromise. They always talk about how they love to compromise, but only in ways that is in lockstep with their agenda. This isn't. They want to destroy America, so this won't work. Building refugee camps in where they live won't work because that would not import unsustainable expenses, social obligations to the United States, and their desired non-white demographics. They say that we're better than that. This honoring or protecting our sovereignty is not who we are. The heck with that. We've protected sovereignty around the globe. We protected France's sovereignty. We protected Britain's sovereignty. We've protected Poland's sovereignty. We've protected, you name it, Philippines' sovereignty, Japan's, Taiwan's sovereignty, Russia's sovereignty for that matter. We protect sovereignty, but we don't protect our own. We got troops in Korea right now protecting their sovereignty. We got troops in Germany protecting their sovereignty. We got troops everywhere on the globe protecting everybody else's sovereignty, but we can't protect our own. We're somehow protecting our own sovereignty is not who we are. Are you friggin' people out of your stupid big-eared minds, Obama? Of course it's your job, Obama, you piece of crap. It's your job to protect the United States. You're not doing it. What you're doing is attacking the United States. You're the enemy of the United States. You're attacking us. Your job is to defend the United States, not import people that are going to try to kill us. You lying communist. So here's the quote from the base of the Statue of Liberty. The bullcrap quote that everybody says, oh, well, that's our values. Baloney. First of all, this quote, which I'll read part of it, the rest of it's a bunch of drivel nonsense. You can look it up in yourself if you think it's worth knowing. The quote was from a friggin' contest to try to fund the base, the pedestal for the statue. That's what it was for. It wasn't written by God. It wasn't written by George Washington. It wasn't written by Thomas Jefferson. It was written by a woman who entered a friggin' contest. Her name is Lazarus something, whatever the heck her name is. I don't give a crap about her, in case you didn't notice. Her stupid name. I don't know, something Lazarus. It's on here. I saved it. Emma Lazarus. There you go. You probably knew that. All right, so here's what it says. Keep ancient lands your storied pomp, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. How sweet, how poetic, how idiotic, how moronic, what a waste of valuable time. It doesn't deserve to be on the Statue of Liberty. It's garbage. I don't want wretched refuse from anybody's teeming shore climbing in here into my streets. I don't want the homeless, tempest-tossed coming in here. I want them out of here. Now maybe that's her idea of a dream, man. A dream, maybe she was one of them wretched refuse, and good for her. She got out of it. She wrote a stupid poem and got it on a plaque on a national monument. Congratulations. I ain't got to do what she says. That doesn't mean that's the United States. That doesn't mean anything other than she won a prize. Yay. Obama won a Nobel Prize. That doesn't mean much. We're getting this stuff down our face again. We're getting this stuff down our throat again. This is not how a government by the people operates. This is how a government by the oligarch operates. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Refugees, no. Get the hell out of here. If you want to take care of them, if you're not just, which you are, Obama, pet on this bullcrap, under a humanitarian veil, then take care. You want to take care of them? Then ask Congress to appropriate money to build a friggin' camp in Syria. They'll do it. You'll be able to take care of them. Win-win. Otherwise, shut the hell up, you communist. You're trying to infiltrate and destroy the country, and we know it.